What is going on, everybody? It is Chris here from Friendly Frenzy Games, and we are super stoked to get back with another episode of Teardown. Now, if you've been following along, obviously you will have realized that we have now completed Teardown's main campaign, both Part 1 and 2, and took a little bit of a vacation at the Muratori Islands. We've also kind of put out some content recently that kind of aim to polish off some of the more mission-specific achievements. Now that those are all kind of out of the way, really what we're looking to do, and I know we had mentioned towards the end of last episode that we were going to experiment with some mods. We do a little bit of digging into some of the more popular mods and stuff right now, some of the more recent mods. I think it's probably going to make better viewing content if we kind of chop that kind of stuff up into shorts. That way we can highlight some of the mods that we're really enjoying, maybe some of the more popular ones at the time. Any viewer or sub requested mods that we can kind of highlight, I think would be really cool also. But I think it makes more sense in doing that kind of content as shorter, kind of more creative destruction clips. And there is a creative sandbox mode that was newly introduced into Teardown. I want to say it was in June. To be completely transparent, we really aren't all that creative when it comes to level design or object creation, so I don't know how much that sandbox is actually really going to benefit us and how we would like to make content. But I think where we're going to stand to value kind of, or get the most value from that kind of stuff is really just by utilizing other community-made maps or other user-made maps, especially if you guys have any suggestions. As I said, we had done a little bit of looking the other day, and there were some really cool-looking mods that people are having a lot of fun with. So those are the kinds of things that we want to kind of highlight and show on this channel. I think that would be the best way to kind of go about this, but there is still some long form kind of episodic content still that we have yet to cover in this game. So I think really to keep the ball rolling, that probably makes the most sense to kind of tackle now. So if you have spent any bit of time with us, you know we love putting together kind of all objectives complete and escape setup solutions here for each campaign mission. We can probably do the same thing. Now, if you just go to the play menu, obviously in our drop down here, we have the option for expansions, and there's actually already a preloaded Art Vandals expanded campaign. Now, if you do give this a little bit of a read, obviously the expansions are created by the Teardown team. You're welcome to play them at any time, but they are intended to be played once the campaign is finished. So obviously with us having the campaign done, this makes the most sense as the next kind of jumping off point. We can just hop into some additional content here, so let's go ahead and give this a go. Now, we really don't have any expectations for this campaign, not exactly sure how long it is, if it adds any new pieces or any new elements, maybe mechanics to the overall gameplay. We have no idea what to expect. Already based on this loading screen, it's got its own kind of setup, which is really cool. Or I guess it has its own kind of campaign screen, which is awesome. It looks to use like a lot of the same textures. Looks to have like a lot of the same vehicles. We can see the kind of crane arm back here, which is sweet. But again, not sure really how much value or how much add there is with this campaign. But we're excited to hop in and give it a quick go here. So we'll hit campaign to start this one off. Again, really no expectations. Not sure what this is ultimately going to end up looking like, but we're excited to hop in and see. So with this, we can already see that we aren't starting in our regular office. Okay, and we have a cell phone, which cell phone is new. We have a message from Enid, Mom Kumans. Hi Freya, could you clean up the tools in the showroom before you do your paper round? You know how cranky Gordon can be if it's a mess when he gets home. So we have a mission here. Okay. Okay. So, based on this, we aren't going to have... Okay. Okay, so with this, we are given a set of tools here. So we have sledge, a spray can, the extinguisher, jackhammer, blowtorch, planks, cables, a gun, blue tide, and then again, our cell phone. So I would imagine with the cell phone, this is our new way of getting mission information. We used to do it through laptops, computers, and emails, but it looks like now because we aren't operating out of that same office, we're getting all of our information sent straight to our cell phone. So We have a follow-up SMS message here from Jimmy Work. Says, oops, those are yesterday's papers by your car. We messed them up, so feel free to dispose of them. Prepare your 60-second delivery run and then wait in your car for Kyle to drop off today's papers. So it sounds like this is still very similar to some of like the heist style missions in the game where we were setting up as, you know, for like some of our wired box objectives. It looks like we are still putting together like a 60-second kind of speed run, which is really cool. We enjoyed those a lot. Obviously a little bit different mechanic here. Pick up the newspapers, okay? And we have an old newspapers, but it looks like a gun. What is okay. So it's like a potato gun almost. Okay, so that's going to be interesting then. I'm assuming then we need to. So here's our car. What was the objective? Prepare your paper route. Okay, so this, first of all, this mission is called Paper Girl. Prepare your paper route, then wait for today's papers in the car and start delivering. Once you have delivered the papers, the timer will stop and you can walk back to your car. Use the old paper to practice your shots. Okay. Now, all of these are primary targets. We have 5 primary targets. None of them are optional. So to be able to complete this mission, we need to complete all of these primary targets here. Okay. So that's good to know. So let's go check out some of these objectives here. Obviously a pretty cool looking map, almost like a castle or something style thing here. Again though, I'm not sure. I would imagine that these aren't upgraded tools because we already don't have access to what we did in the main campaign, which makes sense actually. I mean, if you're starting a new campaign or a separate campaign, it makes sense that it is kind of free and clear of all of your other progress. Okay, so we have some gates here. There's a lot of different vehicles. We have a crane back here. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we have marked circles here. So I would imagine, I guess, with this, what we're trying to do is shoot the old newspapers into these circles. So what we're going to want to do then is... okay, so it looks like we're going to be wanting to clear paths, I guess, to be able to shoot these into our circles as quickly and easily as we can. Another cool mechanic, actually, in rereading this here, it's very similar to one of those missions on the island, the Isla Estocastica, or whatever it was when we were on vacation in Muratori Islands, that the timer stops once we have delivered the papers. So once we deliver our last one, we have as much time as we need to go back to our delivery vehicle, I guess. Okay. So with that, I mean, we had a lot of success by ending on the objective that was furthest from our escape vehicle, so that might make the most sense in this one too. Obviously, that would probably be this one. I'm just kind of getting a quick look here. So we have 2 objectives that are pretty close together. We have this one that we're at, we have this one, and then this one. This one's pretty close to the escape vehicle. I wonder with this, though, if it makes the most sense. Maybe we start at the one that's somewhat close to here. We would get this one, shoot across to here, and then get these 2 since they're close together. The only thing would be we would need to basically bridge this gap to hop here quick, and then we would have all the time in the world that we need to get back to this last one. That's probably the best way to do it because we can essentially eliminate all of the amount of time that it would take to get from this objective to this one if the timer is going to stop on this, and this is the furthest out that we get from this objective, so I think that would make sense. We just need to figure out how best to do this then. Obviously we have quite a few boats. We could probably just plug up this kind of waterway here with some of these boats. That would make sense. But let's see what this is actually going to look like. Another kind of mechanic that seems to carry over from the island is that we're limited in terms of resources. Now, I don't know if there's going to be tools and stuff strewn across this little area here, strewn across this map that we could use. But if not, it's going to be very limited resources, which is fine. We just need to kind of be mindful of that, I guess. Now, if we are going to start on this, it would be awesome to be able to just kind of shoot from the road into these areas. So I think that's what we're going to really want to do, is just clean all of this up. Can I drive this? I can. Let's pull this up a little bit, get the cab out of the way, because we can explode this propane tank, and if that blows enough of the wall out, I want to move this as well. We just want to make sure that we are going to have a clean line of sight into this area here. So if we can explode this propane tank, that should blow a large section of the wall out, hopefully some of this as well. Okay, so that's kind of sweet. Now we don't have a leaf blower, which kind of sucks. I'm definitely going to miss that in instances like this because it helped to move a lot of debris very, very quickly here. Another thing too, again, if we're going to be shooting from the road, we're going to need to eliminate some of these trees. I guess I can probably just walk them along the street here. Maybe. I needed just a sledge. Missed the leaf blower already. You could move so much material with the leaf blower. It was insane. Okay. Seems to be pretty straightforward though, honestly, this whole thing. Now we have a lot of planks, which is awesome. Okay. Now, I guess the true test is, can we hit that from here? No problem. We can almost use that sign as like a backboard, really. That's good to know. Okay. How far back can we shoot and still make it in? Okay. That's maybe kind of what I want to do, is just mark on the floor where we need to shoot. 'Cause that's pretty easy to hit, so. Okay, so if we can do that, let's just quick save for now. So really, if we're gonna start on this one, I want to have a nice, just clear run through this. So if we can get a vehicle to dust all of these trees in our way, it should make for easy running. I'm gonna try and do that with a... Oh, looks like a new vehicle here. What is this? Harvester. That might work a little better on trees than this forklift. Let's try this. Mind you, though, it does do a pretty good job of toppling. And I guess it does kind of get rid of the leaves. I'm trying to move this bed, but it doesn't really seem to do anything. Whoa. I don't know how we got stuck here. Just want to get rid of these trees. Keep getting stuck. I would have thought with these wheels we weren't going to get stuck on anything, but we're getting stuck. Again, I just want a nice, clear pathway through. We have blue tide available to us at the very beginning of this, so we're going to make use of that. Obviously, we know we're going to be doing quite a bit of running in this mission, so that seems like it should work okay. harvester didn't work exactly like I was... What is going on? The harvester didn't work exactly like I was expecting it to, but I mean, it worked enough to get done what we needed it to. Definitely missing a leaf blower here, though. Hopefully we're going to be able to get one of those through this campaign. Again, really not sure what to expect for this. Cool premise so far. Some different style, kind of like objectives. Even though they follow the same idea, the same premise, it is still different enough to be interesting. But it would be nice, though, to have a leaf blower, I think. Okay, so it should be easy enough. Where's our... That's our car. Okay. So really what I want to do is just do a straight line across here. We know our objective is in this general area. I'm going to just bring that like a straight line across. Now, I don't know. It is just right here. Okay, nice straight line there. I need to blow some holes basically through this garage to make this a little easier to trip through. Yeah, there's vehicles everywhere in this map. Really cool. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't even actually have to start here. I keep thinking we have to start there because I'm so used to picking things up, but we just need to shoot. Okay, so in theory then, we could just start on this like roof and hop off. Yeah, that'd be perfect. Okay, so really then, I want to take out like a chunk of this wall, I think. Take out like this carport here. Have a whole lot of explosive tools. We don't have our rocket launchers, we don't have our nitro, we don't have bombs. We don't even have pipe bombs. Even if we did, though, I don't think pipe bombs are all that good, but we want to take out definitely enough of this one. I don't know if the sledge is going to afford me that ability. Maybe we'll knock it out. Oh, maybe we could use this. We have this. It's gonna take forever, but it works. Wow, they make these things very hard to jump up. I was on it before. Okay. I just need to figure out. I guess I don't even really need to take that out. I was just trying to do it without really having to jump all that far. But maybe we could just park this truck and shoot off the truck. And again, just try and use this truck now as a backboard. As long as we can bounce it off the trailer of that truck, we should be okay. Oh yeah, that should be more than fine. Okay. Could we do it from here? Too high? So we can get it. The only thing I don't know is when this thing actually starts. I don't know if it starts when we're in our car or when we deliver our first one. Not exactly sure. And we'll probably have a limited number of papers, I would imagine, as well. So even if we need to start from like here, that's probably not the end of the world. But that way we can for sure get it on our first shot. Somewhere in and around here anyways. As soon as we can see this truck, honestly, we should be fine. So maybe even like here. I don't know. Somewhere in and around here should be pretty easy to shoot. And then we can just come screaming off the roof and follow that line. Kind of line all that up. That should be fine. So that's 2 pretty quickly, pretty easily, I would imagine. We'll go here to here. Now imagining that we're going to stay on this road. I could maybe use a crane, this crane even, to get us up into that tower. We could probably see quite a bit from there. Let's see what this is going to look like. Love using these cranes as ramps. So much more reliable than the planks, even though the planks are still really good. Tower might be too far for us. This one might work. Take a little bit of this one. Throw a plank on there. I just want to make sure that we can actually walk this angle. If we can, then I'll throw a few planks on. Oh yeah, that's totally fine. I guess before we plank though too, because I don't want to use them if we don't have to. Can I see this? I'll need to blow that building out, but I don't know if we can actually shoot that far. No, we can actually shoot them really far. Wow, okay. I said if I aim at this light post, we'll be fine. Okay, so we don't even need to clear that then. It's really going to be just picking the right spots to shoot at. But aim at the light post. As long as we get our angles right, we'll be fine. But I'm assuming though we're going to have a limited number of shots, as there's going to be a limited number of papers, so we can't just sit there and rip until we get it. But that's going to be one that we can get. I wonder if we could hit the other further one as well. Probably not, because I can't really see it as well from there. It's pretty far. Actually, that's not even the right one. I'm looking at one down there. So, what does this all look like here? It doesn't matter. This one, honestly, we could just come down to because I want to cross here. That's honestly our last one anyways, so. Just shoot that one in. Even if we could shoot it in from like here. Should be more than fine. So I think that's more so what I should be focused on, is figuring out how to get from this tower then. It's a little bit of an interesting dynamic because we don't need to actually get to where we're marking on the map. We're able to just shoot our objectives into the area, so that does change things a little bit here. It requires setup, less setup than actually running this, but it is a little different switch kind of in your head to think about, I would say. So if we can maybe pop onto here afterwards. I don't want to fall through the floor when we're trying to get this done quickly. I don't know how far these planks go. Yeah, so they're definitely shorter. Whoa. They're definitely the shorter planks. We probably would have been able to spam that, no problem. But I guess before I go using them all, I should do this. I want to shoot that off. I don't want this getting in our way. That should be fine. Right up here. This is just for the purpose of making this extremely easy. That I'm going through and planking this. Whoa. Okay, maybe I won't bother. I just don't want to fall through the floor. That's my only worry. Okay, it's probably not that hard. That's gonna suck, but... Okay. I just want to see, where's the next place that we go then? So we do that, obviously. Map this out a little bit now that we have a little bit better of an idea here. Okay. Okay, so we shoot there. Streaking up here. I'd imagine we'll be on some blue tide by now. Hop across to here. Highlight that to make it super easy. Okay, and then after that, we want to come shooting off the left side. No, no, no. Where's that? Right there. Link the other side of this. Even a little bit more of a running job I could have made that, I think. But I do want to make it to this roof. Staying on the rooftop here. So if we were to go to here. It's probably not the end of the world. This makes it pretty easy to shoot in. Okay. So let's just spray can here. Hopefully we remember that's where we shoot. Don't know if I'll be able to make that. Maybe. Okay. Better than I was expecting. Can I plank? That's awesome. That'll help. If we can hit this light, that'll help. Because then I can just plank up from here. I just want to maintain this height. Come up here and go to here. Then we'll plug a boat in here. So let's go grab a boat. Obviously they have the barges and stuff that might work a little better, but I want to see if we can make this nice. Hop off the roof. Just treat this as a bridge. I don't remember exactly what roof. Okay. Sounds like a nice place to go. That. Hop off the roof onto here. We'll park another one. Because we have one more of those houseboats. So we'll get another one of those. Let's just quick save really quickly here. I feel like this should be pretty easy. Unless I'm not grasping how this is going to work. What I understand of this should be pretty easy. And I want to get this one as close to the other side right now as I possibly can. We'll use planks to scale this mountain. But the trick though is that I'm still going to need to use some planks to connect the two boats. So, let's see. Probably that will not fit. But I could add another boat. Could add an orange speedboat just in the middle of that, just to make sure it's a nice, easy run. If I were to blue tide, honestly, I wouldn't need to do that. But just because we can. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get there. Obviously, it does not. Might not have here. It's probably not bad. Okay. Gonna plank anyways. I just want to make sure, though, that we have our jump kind of mapped out here. So test our run from here. Get our spray can ready. Wow. That is annoying. So that works out just fine. We should hit this, no problem. Wow, we would have probably actually been not too bad. I'm not even gonna need to plank that. We'll just jackhammer this railing. I don't want to lose this boat though. Might even just plank to make it. Yeah, just because I don't want to get stuck there. Okay. Just gonna use planks to scale now. Scale that anyways. Okay, I thought it was actually going to be harder to climb. That's easy. Okay. Very easy. Okay, so I need to actually still try and run up that broken plank, even though it's not doing much, I think. How did we get up last time? Okay, so that does work still. As long as we throw from here, should be fine. And then we just, and then the time's done, so then it doesn't matter. Okay. That should not be a problem. Should not be a problem at all. Time will stop. Okay. Let's try this. I feel pretty good about that. We have how many blue tide? 4. So we have the maximum blue tide. It probably isn't like full power, but shouldn't be too bad. Now this is going to be the only thing. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to see if time starts as soon as we get our papers, or because that's going to suck. We'll see. I should have saved before we got into the car. Okay, so that sucks. I'm gonna need a car to get us to this roof quicker, because we're gonna lose a lot of time here. I thought we would be able to start on the roof. We can't. We'll try this anyways. Just know that we could have done it a lot faster, but chances are this is gonna sink us. We can at least try though. All things considered, that was not terrible. As bad as that sounds, that was not terrible. Blue Tide does not give us the boost that we are used to, obviously with having it fully upgraded, but now that I know, we need to get ourselves here. I think what I want to do is I'm gonna park a car right basically under this roof. should be way better. Yeah, no problem at all. I didn't want that. I wanted my spray can. Okay. So as long as we don't hit this car, boom, we can do that. And then just plug up there, no problem. So as long as we don't hit the car and set it up fine. But considering how many things went wrong in that run, and that being our first time, they give us a lot of papers so we can basically test as well, which is really cool. That should not be too hard. We should get it this time. Look at how much quicker that is. Is that blue side? Start shooting early, that should be fine. Nope. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, we're gonna just try and do it without our... Okay, that worked better anyways. That didn't go? Okay. Wow, that was not nearly as well as we could have done it. As many times as we still screwed that run up, we still got it though. So you can tell it's really not that complicated of a mission. Actually really cool being able to shoot the objectives into the marked circles. It's definitely the way to do it though. But it was not very complicated at all. I love that one. Very, very cool. So just like that, you can see we had all of our 5 primary targets. We had 2.8 seconds left. Honestly, if it worked out the way we planned, we probably could have done that with like closer to 10 seconds left easily, but it is what it is. We got it. All 5 objectives. Again, there weren't any optional objectives here. To pass this mission, you needed to get all 5, so I think it's basically set up to be a pretty easy mission. We'll just see what happens now. I'm not really sure. Okay, so this just takes us back. This takes us back now. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this will be our next mission in our next episode. I did just want to see kind of what happens. So this is essentially our office now. Again, we kind of mentioned that off the top of the video. We are just at the Wu Mansion here, but looks like all of the missions we're going to be just coming back to our room here. You can see this TV kind of shows, I don't know if this is just previous mission time, local, world, whatever, index, cool. And then all of our missions are coming from our cell phone. So hopefully you guys were able to take something from this video. Again, there really isn't a whole lot to this Art Vandals campaign, at least from what, our perspective. It's not like going through and completing the main campaign. It's just some additional fun content with a little bit of a directive, so definitely a little less exciting, I want to say, because it doesn't seem like there's as much of a point to complete this without having any achievements or anything for it. But I do still like the... I want to call it story-driven, but it's not really story-driven. But I do like the kind of mission-based kind of challenges that this game presents to you, even in this kind of expanded campaign. So that seems pretty cool. But anyways, though, if you guys are looking to complete the Art Vandals campaign, stay tuned for our next few pieces of content. We're going to just be ripping this campaign up. Again, really not sure what to expect for its length, but we are going to be completing, just as we are going to be completing all objectives, and just show you how we set up and kind of talk about our logic and how we set up and why we set up the way that we did. But hopefully you guys are still able to take something from these videos. If you like this video, give it a quick like, drop any questions or comments that you might have for us in our comment section. And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribing to Friendly Frenzy Games YouTube channel, where we have probably close to 100 videos just on Teardown alone. So if this is something that's kind of piqued your interest, definitely check out the channel. We are also dropping daily Teardown content as well. We will see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day, everybody.